Let's welcome in now North Carolina Congressman Addison McDowell. Congressman, thanks so much for being here.
You got it.
Former President Biden responding to this investigation by insisting he was in control of the White House the whole time he was in office. Your thoughts tonight?
Well, look, I mean, I don't think that Joe Biden was mentally competent for quite some time. And so I don't care whether or not he was using an auto pen. There's no way that man was able to make these big decisions. And so, people need to be investigated for this because these are very impactful decisions that were being made by somebody that is not fully there.
Well, the other question then is, if he wasn't making the decisions, who was? Who was hitting the button on that auto pen if it wasn't Joe Biden? More on that later. He did leave a big mess at the White House for the Trump administration to clean up, and maybe the biggest mess was what he and Kamala Harris did to our border security and policies regarding illegal migrants. Now, you just introduced a bill to close a Biden-era loophole in our immigration parole system. Posting on X, for 4 years, Biden's team abused immigration parole, using it over 1,000 times a day to flood our country with unvetted foreign nationals. Today, I introduced a bill to slam that door shut. Tell us what your bill, is all about.
Yeah, well, so the Biden administration and Secretary Mayorkas, they let in 2.8 million people under the guise of paroling them. And that would make it so they did 2.8 million in 4 years. Let's just assume they didn't work Saturdays and Sundays. That's 2,500 a day that they did. And they're supposed to do this on a case-by-case basis. There's no way they vetted these people. And so now we have 2.8 million people in our country. We don't know who they are. And that terrifies me. And so what this bill would do is it would cap the number of people that can be used under the same thing at 3,000 instead of 2.8 million. So it would be 3,000 a year. But it also says if you're from China or Russia or Iran or one of these countries that hate the United States, you cannot come here under this program. And so it cleans up, rather it closes the back door that the Biden administration left wide open for these people to come into our country.
Makes a lot of sense to me. Something else that happened today. It started as a reporter Q&A before President Trump's bilateral meeting with the German chancellor this morning, and it turned into a public airing of his so-called breakup with Elon Musk. The president says he's disappointed with Elon, also posting on Truth Social that Musk went crazy and the easiest way to save money is to terminate his governmental subsidies and contracts. What are your thoughts on this whole dust-up?
Well, look, I've got the president's back. This is a great bill that we sent over to the Senate. We'll see what they do with it. But I think that we're focused on doing what we said we were going to do, which is securing the border, lowering taxes, and rebuilding our economy. And I'm not consumed with the fighting that's going on there. But I support our president, and I'll always have his back.
Well, I get that you're trying to keep your distance from this, but I do have another question to ask you about what Musk posted on X today. He said that the big, beautiful bill was never shown to him even once and was passed in the dead of night so fast that almost no one in Congress could even read it. And he later commented on X, without me, Trump would have lost the election, Dems would control the House, and the Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Do you agree, Congressman, that Elon Musk helped Donald Trump win the White House? And do you think that he's right, that many of your colleagues never got a chance to actually read the big, beautiful bill?
Well, first of all, I think that there's one man that took a bullet for this country to the face, and that's Donald Trump, and that's who we voted for. And so anybody is able to help anyone try to win an election, but it doesn't matter because Donald Trump is the president. It's not Elon Musk. Donald Trump is the one leading our party. He's the one leading our country. And so I think that this bill is great. We talked about this bill since the very moment I got sworn in. We've been working on it, and so I find that to be fascinating that somebody would say that. But we've all been working tirelessly. I've been in meetings constantly on this bill to make it as great as we possibly can, and it does great things. It does exactly what we promised the American people we would do, which is lower their taxes and secure their border, and that's what I'm proud of.
Congressman, are you in touch with any senators? Are you working the phones? Are you trying to make sure that it stays mostly intact and gets passed by that July 4th deadline?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think we went through the exercise of trying to find the equilibrium point that could get 218 votes in the House. And so while I appreciate the Senate wanting to do their work and try to get a package sent back to us, I hope that they won't change it that much, because this is a great bill that we put a lot of work into, and it's a very delicate balance with such a small majority. So I'm hopeful that they'll leave it as close to what we sent them as possible.
Congressman Addison McDowell, I know you got a lot of work ahead, so good luck with that, and thanks so much for being on the show.